Hi folks, Matt Easton here. So over the years, over my 15 or thereabouts years in HEMA, I have had a lot of fun taking part in competitions. I've run competitions, I've watched competitions, I've fought in competitions, I've watched them on the internet, and I've made rules to competitions, and I've basically been involved with every aspect of HEMA competitions I think that you could think of. And I've competed in several different European countries, Britain, France, Sweden I think, Austria, Italy and so on. I'm not the most experienced competition fighter by any means, but I feel that over a relatively long period of time I've had quite a lot of interaction with HEMA competitions. And I noticed that definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the one topic which causes the most kind of stress and drama, certainly in the last 5 years in HEMA, are any kind of discussions on rules and the way that competitions are run. Okay, so there's really three elements to a competition, I suppose. There's the fighters, there's the people judging, so they're both human elements, and then there's the rules. And there's a lot of debate about both the rules and the way that those rules are actually carried out, in other words the judging, and of course the way that the fighters respond to both the rules and the judges in terms of how they play to the rules, how they abuse the rules and these kind of things. Okay? But the one real point I want to make, and of course there's a huge number of things that could be said about this whole topic, and I'm sure that I will touch on some of them in future videos. I know you like it when I say that. But the one particular thing that I want to pick out here is that I think one of the strengths of competition in HEMA is that we do stress about it so much. And you may be thinking, what's he talking about here? So a lot of people have a lot of arguments about different types of rule sets and little details like the weighted after blow, or how in different ways of scoring the after blow, whether it scores points or whether it cancels points. Same thing for the double, whether doubles should be a point to each person or whether they should subtract a point for each person, or whether there should be a punishment, or all of these different options for minutiae of the rules. And I actually think that the fact that we get so het up about it is a sign of a really good thing. And that is that in HEMA we're not happy to simply take a set of rules that kind of works and then everybody learns how to compete to those rules, because that's not what HEMA's about. Okay? That's a big difference between the way that certain other sports have gone, where they've just gone, these are the rules, we'll train to be as good to that set of rules as we possibly can be. Instead, in HEMA we have a different focus. What we're trying to be is really good swordsmen, okay? Within a kind of realistic, and obviously we're not going to be fighting with real swords, and I know all those arguments, but within a kind of realistic framework. So actually, in a way, yes, we care about the rules, but equally we don't care about the rules, because we're not ultimately, or we shouldn't be in HEMA, I would contend, training to win to specific rules. We're trying to make the rules judge our quality of swordsmanship. So rather than us sort of paying homage to the rules and serving the rules and training to the rules, instead we're continuously, and this is it's a sort of heart-rending battle to try and make the rules achieve what we want. And what we want is to be better swordsmen and be able to quantify and qualify and measure and observe an improvement in swordsmanship using a scientific method. And so in actual fact, my conclusion really, and the point that I'm trying to make, is that I think that the fact that we get so worked up about rules and spend so much time talking about rules and competitions and how to run them is a strength. People often talk about it as if it's a weakness, but I think it's a strength, and it's something that really sets us apart from other sports, certainly, and probably quite a lot of other martial arts, that we're so desperate to be true to the art and try and create something that is truly measuring our skill and improvement at HEMA and our understanding of real swordsmanship. And so that's all I want to say really. Sometimes the drama is something to be celebrated, and that is actually a sign of the fact that we have really good intentions and really lofty ideals that we're trying to reach with our competitions. Cheers!